Hello, everyone. I hope everyone is having a fantastic day. I'm really appreciative of you joining us, and some of you, I believe, are back here with me from Tuesday, so that's fabulous. You've got me here from Vancouver, British Columbia, and it's a nice, beautiful, sunny day. So I'm excited to present you with a really great introduction to our ClearlyIP best-in-class IP desk phones and the rebranding customization solution that is just something we get asked about all the time. So we do regular presentations around our phones and the rebranding for our partners. So for those of you that are new that don't know me, my name is Bree Fernie. I head up the marketing team at Team Clearly, and I'm going to be your presenter. Then Tony's going to jump in with the live demo and lead the Q&A. Right now, we have everyone muted, but feel free to post any questions throughout the webinar in the control panel. We're also recording this webinar for your review later, which will be posted on our YouTube channel. Best way to stay in touch with our company and all our latest news is to follow us on social. I anticipate today's webinar will take approximately 45 minutes with some Q&A at the end. For those of you who are not familiar with ClearlyIP, let's make a proper introduction here to our company to get things rolling. So ClearlyIP consists of a team of experts with over 300 years of combined experience building some of the largest telecom applications in the world. Our team has been closely associated with the FreePBX open source community. We have offices located in Wisconsin, Vancouver, and Montreal, Quebec, and staff located all over the globe. Our team includes experts that are known leaders in the industry, both selling, developing, and pioneering new technologies to the telecom marketplace. We support our partner channel and solutions for end users, for small and medium businesses and enterprise level, global companies worldwide wanting to take advantage of unified communications. Really, we're a group that's focused on new innovation and building the next gen of telephony. We are technology gurus, and we certainly aren't afraid to defy convention and raise a few eyebrows. So before we dive into our phones, there's just a few things I need to mention before we get started. I want to mention that we will be formally announcing in a proper webinar event that ClearlyIP is now certified for version 42 or higher, our IP desk phone models with NetSapiens. We're really excited about this. So we will do an official launch event in the upcoming weeks and some joint efforts with NetSapiens and some webinar events. I know that we likely have some NetSapiens administrators with us today, so I thought that this was really important to mention. So if you're looking for a really slick phone offering that will work great with NetSapiens that you can rebrand, this is a great presentation for you to be here with me today. And as a company, as I mentioned, we're always trying to provide solutions to our customers that help them grow and manage and improve your businesses. So in line with our phone webinar today, a couple days ago on Tuesday was a really exciting launch event as we officially brought to market what we believe to be the best cloud-based provisioning and device management tool in the industry, which works with FreePBX and Clearly Cloud, supports over 150 devices. If you're wondering what is the Cloud Device Manager platform, you're welcome to check out our webpage on our website and our YouTube recording from Tuesday's webinar. CDM is a cloud-based manager that allows you to provision, control, and manage your IP phone devices from a single GUI interface that's secure and really intuitive to use. Partners for years have been asking for a single interface, a single pane of glass to manage their devices and endpoints. And although our dev team has been working on this solution for the past 2 years, it was actually one of the first things we started working on when ClearlyIP was founded. So it's been years of constant development to get where we are today. So as we're exploring our phones today, I just wanted to mention the launch of this new cloud-based provisioning platform. It's fast, and it's platform agnostic device provisioning for all your system deployments. And also important to mention, we are announcing the release of the new version 2 of our ClearlyIP at CIP IP Deskphones this month. That's a mouthful. The phones are going to look the same. However, it's an exciting internal gut refresh. The version 2 phones will have dual processors, so now they're even faster. No need to replace your existing phones. This is simply an update refresh due to the supply chain issues with semiconductors in connection with COVID. You can combine the version 2 models with the previous generation. Great. So today we're going to talk about ClearlyIP's line of CIP phones, the customization rebranding options, some integration for the open source platform FreePBX, and some of the advanced functionalities our phones provide. As I mentioned, Tony is going to provide a brief demonstration using the FreePBX platform today. We do get asked a lot about our IP desk phones by customers, colleagues, friends, family alike, what they should be looking for in a physical IP desk phone, what are the key technologies you need to have. So I'm excited to share some of that information with you today. Some people are still not aware that we offer rebrandable best-in-class IP phones, and that will work seamlessly with our ClearlyIP platforms and for FreePBX installations, as well as many other IP-based systems. So those phones are rebrandable for either your business or for your end customers. So really a great solution for resellers wanting their own logo on the phones. We have 3 models. We've got our CIP 230, our 250, and 270, and then we've got the sidecar, the CIP 200. The 230 is a great entry-level phone. It also happens to be our smallest, so it's perfect if there is not a lot of desk space. The 250 is a super, super popular model. It's a little larger and offers additional features that we'll cover in just a little bit here. It's really a great phone for general use. And then next is our 270. It's our most feature-rich phone, perfect for executives, and with the ability to support multiple expansion modules. So it's really great for a reception desk or a busy answering position. And our expansion modules work with that 270 to allow additional features that we will be going over. There are some really unique and cool things that our engineering team has done with our phones. All 3 of the models have color screens, even our entry-level phone. All models support Gigabit network, native 5-way conference calling, and one of the big ticket items that people discover is that our phones are customizable with your logo and brand. So whether you're a reseller that wants to have your brand in front of a client or a company that wants its brand on its phones, we have you covered. I want to mention that we are really one of the only ones in the market to offer this to our partners and end customers. It's not something that you see often in our industry, so we're really proud to offer that for you. And of course, let me mention ease of setup. If you're using a FreePBX system, these are going to configure like a dream for you. They work well with other PBXs, but they were really optimized for FreePBX. We also offer add-on enhancements such as EHS adapters for headsets and a really slick USB panic button that is made to work with our Codex emergency alert and reporting tool. Best of all ClearlyIP phones come with a 2-year warranty and an additional extended 3-year warranty is available. As you can see, these 3 phones with the optional sidecar will cover 99% of what a business needs. This chart shows a comparison of some of the features of each phone. As you can see, all the screens are in color and are backlit. Both the 230 and 250 offer a 2.8-inch screen, while the 270 offers a larger 4.3-inch screen. These phones support 4 to 16 SIP registrations, depending on the model, and up to 36 programmable soft keys. Both the 250 and 270 have a USB port currently used with the panic button, but we are working towards additional functionality in the future, and all our phones are able to be mounted on the wall. Okay, let's take a closer look at the different phones. I'm going to start with the 230. The 230 is our entry-level phone, but that doesn't mean that it lacks features. It's Gigabit with 2.8-inch full color screen. It supports up to 4 CIP accounts, so you can have 4 unique registrations or CIP accounts. So the 4 line keys on the right-hand side can be line keys, BLFs, speed dials, phone apps. With 4 pages, that's 12 programmable buttons. We support auto provisioning, and as you can see here, we support all of the network standards listed, including full Opus codec support and HD codecs like G722. Something unique to our phones, all of our brackets that you use to define the angle of the phone, the 2 different angles for how your phone sits on the desk, when it gets reversed around, they are built-in wall mount bracket. All phone models come with that built-in wall mount bracket, utilizing the same mount that is used to stand your phone on your desktop. Again, dual port Gigabit with POS support, 5-way conference calling, brandable, and our smallest footprint. With dual port Gigabit Ethernet PoE support, you don't need multiple drops at each desk. Instead, the phone provides a port for your internet line to pass through the phone and onto your computer. The 230 is our smallest phone and is ideal for a crowded workspace. And again, it easily mounts on the wall, eliminating the need for desk space entirely. We offer this model at an industry low of $109 US MSRP and only $18 for a 3-year warranty. This is quite inexpensive for a powerful desk phone that has the technology you need and a color display with backlight. Okay, let's move into the 250. The 250 model is our mid-level offering. It is, again, Gigabit and color screen. It's got the same size 2.8-inch color screen as the 230 model, but has buttons on both sides of the screen instead of just one side. So you get a total of 8 buttons with up to 8 separate SIP accounts that you can register. And with the 4 pages of 7 buttons per page, since the 8th button becomes your next page button, you get 28 programmable buttons on the phone. The 250 also supports an optional EHS adapter box that supports Plantronics and Jabra headsets. So a little EHS adapter that you can purchase for the 250. And again, dual Gigabit. All of our lines of phones are Gigabit. So of course, this has the Gigabit dual port and PoE support. With support for the Opus codec and standard dual port Gigabit Ethernet connections, this phone works well for everyone, account managers, executives, and general office workers. You get the 2 adjustable angles with a built-in stand, plus that can be a wall mount stand. It's got the USB port on it for a panic button, native 5-way conference calling, and again, your brandable front faceplate. This is our most popular phone. It's a great phone for the value, especially at $142 MSRP. It's a lot of value and functionality. Let's move into our 270, which is our most powerful phone, my personal favorite. It's an executive set with a 4.3-inch color screen with adjustable backlight, 16 SIP accounts with 10 total buttons of 4 pages for a total of 36 paperless buttons that can be BLFs and speed dials or anything you want. Full auto provisioning support for your HTTP, HTTPS, and FTP, TFTP, TLS, UDP, TCP, all your same things that all the other phones support. HD with G722 and Opus. Again, you get EHS support if you buy the expansion, the EHS expansion box for Plantronics and Jabra, dual Gigabit Ethernet, and again, a stand with 2 angles plus the wall mount. It's also got a USB port for future expansion. It has built-in Bluetooth and Wi-Fi native into the phone. You don't need a dongle for this. The phone itself has a Wi-Fi and Bluetooth natively built into it. It also supports connecting our expansion modules. Priced at MSRP $192 US, this executive set is a no-brainer for a sleek, elegant, functional IP desk phone every user will want. The CIP 200 is a sidecar designed to extend the programmable keys for the CIP 270 model. The CIP 200 expansion module works with that 270 to complement it with additional programmable LED buttons. It is a color screen. It is not black and white, making it a must-have for any reception desk. It offers 20 additional programmable LED buttons with 2 pages, so you get paperless support for 40 keys. You can daisy chain up to 4 of the CIP 200s together, allowing for 60 additional programmable keys and support for up to 120 paperless keys. Completely rebrandable front faceplate for customers and partners. This makes it perfect for a busy receptionist or answering position needing more programmable keys for easy call transfer. For only $192 US MSRP, it is an affordable way to set up your team for awesome success. Our last 2 pieces of hardware work with both the CIP 250 and CIP 270 phones. Our EHS 30 adapter allows calls to be answered and dismissed through a Jabra or Plantronics headset. So when you have a call coming in, you can quickly and easily answer by pushing the answer button on your headset. Our ClearlyIP USB panic button connects either the 250 or 270 models via the USB port. It allows programming that USB button to call any destination on the phone system, such as a ring group, queue, or page group. So in the event of an emergency when pressed, it will call a defined destination and activate the microphone. The phone itself will not show it's on an active call, and the speaker on the phone will not be active. It will only activate the microphone and send audio to the destination you've defined. So it works with our Codex emergency alert and reporting tool. This allows a call to be made and the microphone turned on without any indication that the phone is on a live call. We are going to be doing an event around our Codex emergency platform and our USB panic button in the upcoming weeks. So if you're interested in learning more, it's a great affordable solution to offer customers that are looking to implement an emergency platform that will work in connection with the phone system. All of our ClearlyIP phones and the expansion module are brandable, offering resellers the ability to have their company name, logo in front of their customers, or offering end customers the ability to add their company name and logo to both the phone as well as the color screen. This can really offer the wow factor businesses are looking for, popular among banks, law firms, financial institutions, tech companies, and really any business that wants to standardize and promote their brand in a workplace. For the rebranding, you will notice at the top of the image, all of our phones say your logo on them. That's a little faceplate bezel that we laser engrave into the plastic so it doesn't wear off like a screen or silk printing will. And we offer a complete rebranding of these phones for a low one-time setup cost and a low minimum order quantity to get started. This is rare in telecommunications, and we're proud to be able to offer it to our clients and partners. We believe in supporting customers to promote themselves. Brand recognition is key in business and for successful marketing. The prices on these phones range from MSRP $109 to $192, which is very competitive priced, best in class solution. We offer a complete rebranding service, which has a low MOQ of 10 at a time of any model and a one-time setup cost that you can pay to get your branding set up with our printer and all our plates made for it. Once you pay the setup fee, then you can buy phones at 10 of any model at any time. We will rebrand the phones for you. There is an option to rebrand the box and the stickers too. So the box and stickers have your brand as well. It's pretty easy to get set up. If you contact our sales team, they can work with you. They'll generate an invoice for the one-time setup fee, and then you'll get a link to a form where you can upload the image of your logo that you want on the phone. You can provide optional model numbers too if you want to change the models to, a numbering sequence that relates to your business. And then our internal staff take care of getting the proof designs done, sent to you for approval. Then we get the samples made. It's really that easy. We will take pictures of the samples on the phones for you. We'll send them over to you for your review and approval. And then boom, you start ordering your branded phones. This happens in 5-day period, usually from when you initiate with us until it's ready for you to start ordering. So quick and easy process. So now we're going to talk a little bit about using our phones with FreePBX, as I know we have several FreePBX administrators and customers with us today, so it's important I touch on this. For those of you who are not with FreePBX, you might want to stick around because it is the most widely used open source platform in the world. We're going to use it for our live demo, so you'll actually have the opportunity to see it. When using our phones with FreePBX, we provide a module that is free of charge that's used for quickly provisioning and managing on the phones. And I already mentioned our cloud device management platform as well. I'll talk about the module that we've designed. It really was designed to include the most used features in an office setting. It lets you set up templates and apply those templates to any group of phones. It has its own built-in provisioning server in the module. It includes a suite of phone apps. We'll talk about those in a minute. And then it hooks into the UCP or user control panel of FreePBX to allow end users to override their own phone buttons. So if you've got 5 phones that are sharing a single template, and any user can go and add their own speed dials or BLFs that overlay over the top of the template just for their phone only. It won't affect other people's phones. Documentation on installing and using the module can be found down here at this bit.ly link, or if you go to our knowledge base or kb.clearlyip.com, we've got full documentation on how to install the module and using the phones and using the module. As you can see, there are 7 phone apps included, allowing you quickly access the phone features without excess button pressing. So a suite of phone apps that we currently have included are Follow Me app, Presence, the ability to see your parked calls, the ability to park calls, Do Not Disturb, Transfer to Voicemail, true hot desking in real time without ever rebooting the phone with login and log out. Our hot desking offers full login and log out ability out of the phone, all without the phone's rebooting. When you're using hot desking, we have 2 modes of logout, mainly to be Kari's law compliant. One mode is called full logout. A full logout is the phone is completely locked out. There's no default extension and nobody's allowed to make or receive calls on that phone. All you have on that phone is a login button, and then you can log in as any user. Then we have what we call a log out to a placeholder extension. So at a per user or group level, you can say when this user logs out automatically, log in this placeholder extension. And then you can set up in FreePBX your restrictions to say that extension can call out the 911 route only, or maybe it can call out 911 and local. So then that default extension can still make calls based on what restrictions you lay out in FreePBX, and then any user can hit the login button and log into that phone as their extension. Tight integration if you're using our SIP trunking with 911, and the ability for users to change their 911 locations to be Kari's Law and Baum Act compliant right from the phones using our 911 service we provide, allowing you to fully control all that dynamic 911 information. There is an easy one-time procedure to install the ClearlyIP module for FreePBX. You can go to our knowledge base for instructions that are simple and fast to follow, kb.clearlyip.com. You'll simply select the Clearly Device Module for FreePBX from the left side menu there. You can see it circled in red. Next, you will select Installing the FreePBX module. Simply copy the link and then select Upload Modules. Select Download from Web from the drop-down menu, paste your copied link into that box, and click the Download from Web button. Then you're going to click on Clearly Devices and click Install. It's really that easy. Make sure that when the installation is done, that you check online for any updates that may have been posted. The status will show you if there is an online upgrade available, and voila, you are done. Okay, so Tony is going to take over from here. He's going to do a quick demo for you all, and then we'll move into some Q&A, and then I have a couple other items to mention. So Tony, I will hand things over to you now.
So we're not going to do a lot here, just kind of show, since a lot of the users in here are FreePBX based systems, we have this module Bree talked about that's free of charge that can be used to provision our phones on a FreePBX based system. Or you can use our cloud device manager to provision our phones, which is a cloud-based provisioning tool, or any other tool you want to use that you provision phones with. In FreePBX, we make it pretty simple, and then we bundle some nice phone apps that are related to FreePBX with this module. Once you install the module through normal FreePBX module admin, and we have a wiki, you can go to our kb.clearlyip.com for instructions on how to download and install the module. Once you've got the module installed, it's basically broken into a couple pieces. The first thing is templates. So I've got some templates here. We'll go look at my default template. And a default template just kind of outlines some standard settings related to phone configurations. So in this default one, we call it default, and we set things like what's the admin username and password to get into the phone GUI, how does it reach the PBX to register? For our phone apps, what is the IP address for the phone to connect for the phone apps? And then we get into like some phone settings, things like when should the backlight come on? So we have it set in this example always on, or you can turn the backlight off after 5 minutes to save energy. So you just get a bunch of different settings that you can set related to the phones. We're not going to go through all these settings, but lots of different common settings. You get into things like your directory settings to populate the directory button, and regional settings for things like time zones and languages and time formats and date formats. If you need VLANs, all your different VLAN settings. And once you have a template, you then just start creating some layouts. So I've got a 270 default layout here. We'll go look at this one. And the layout's pretty simple. It's basically your buttons. So you give it a name, and under line keys, you start setting up your different buttons. So line 1, button 1, we have it as a line key, so it's our extension. Button 2 and button 3 are all line keys. Button 4 we have as what we call our smart BLF. And this BLF is monitoring extension 1001. And what the smart means is it allows in the template, when you use a smart BLF, you can have the BLF button auto add in prefixes based on the state of the BLF. So if you're monitoring a BLF for another user and the state is not in use, that user's not on a call, and you push the BLF, by default, it's just going to call them. But you could add a prefix to say like add *80 so that it intercoms them instead of calls them. Or if the BLF state was in use, you could tell it to automatically add star to the extension so it goes right to voicemail instead of calling the person who's on another call already. So when you pick our smart BLF, it's basically going to use those prefixes you defined in the template. If you pick just a normal BLF, it's going to ignore those prefixes. And then you get things like my 5th button's a do not disturb. My 6th button is our logout app. Our 7th button is our conference management app. And you just start programming buttons. And once done, you hit submit. And you create as many of these model layouts as you want. So in the system, you can create the layouts over and over and over again, as many as you want, or you can clone it. So let's say I wanted a little different 270, but it's pretty similar to what I have. Maybe this will be for my execs. And you'll notice because I cloned it, it brought over all the settings, and then I just go make the change I want. So maybe I want a BLF here to Jen. And now I've just created another layout. So if we go look under model layouts for the 270, we've got our default, our execs, and we have a logged out layout for when we're logged out. And once we have our layouts, we're just going to basically map users to models. So you'll see extension 1000 is mapped to the template called default and the model called 270 default. And we could add a new mapping. So we could say extension 1001. We're going to use the default template, their MAC address, the model, maybe we'll use the exec one here, and done. And now we've mapped all that together, and we can point the phone to the PBX, and it will receive its provisioning data. We do have a full redirect server for any of those technical customers where you can register all your Macs and tell us what server to automatically redirect your phones to get their configs. So from the factory, they'll boot up and hit our redirect server. You say, go over to here to get its configs, and it goes over and grabs its config, and it never hits our redirect again. So it's a free service anyone can use with our phones. It's freely available for you to do any type of redirect you want. So I guess at a nutshell, that's kind of a quick overview of how simple provisioning really is with our phones. It can get as complex as you want. If you need to do advanced stuff, you can go into our custom config management system. So for example, this exec, we can go into the custom config and we can expose all the settings for that phone, all the config settings, and you can override and change and add any setting you want right from here for anything we don't expose in the GUI. So this, of course, is one way of provisioning our phones. The other way is CDM, which we just did a webinar on Tuesday. There's a YouTube video you can watch about that, which is our cloud-based provisioning tool it's agnostic to the PBX. It's tightly integrated to FreePBX and Clearly Cloud customers, but it's also agnostic, can be used with any PBX under the sun. So I will open things up for Q&A at this point. We got a question here. What is the price range for a one-time fee branding? So that's available to partners only, and it's like $400 or $500 one-time fee. You can go through our partner program, but I think it's $495 if I remember correct. It's under $500, I know. Your phone support paging. Yeah, so we can support paging multiple ways. We can do unicast paging. So your PBX sends a CIP invite, like a phone call with a proper alert info, and the phone will auto answer. Or we also support multicast, where you can use multicast broadcasting to send pages to the phones, and the phones can initiate multicast paging also. What is the lead time if we do branding phones? So once you're set up with your branding, which takes about a week to go through the process and get the approvals, we have to go get samples made and proofs and have you approve them. Once you're actually set up with branding, ordering is about 5 days, we generally say, for a turnaround. A lot of times it can be under that, but to be safe, we always say 5 days from when you order phones. So we have to go get the branding done and then install them on the phones and ship them. But generally, it's about 5-day turnaround time from when you place an order for phones with your branding. What kind of discounts do partners get? So we don't really get into that in the webinar. That's protected under our partner agreement, which is protected under some different NDAs, as you can understand. But we give very substantial discounts. Allows you to make very good margin as partners on our phones, especially compared to most of the other phones on the market right now, where you get very little margin. So if you reach out to sales, we'll be happy to take you through the program and talk about what the discounts are, but they are extremely lucrative. Where is support based out of? So all of our phones are supported right here in the US and Canada. So we have support teams in Canada and the US. We have, of course, because in Canada, French, we have French speaking support staff who can assist you in French. And then we have English speaking for US and Canada also. Support is all North America based. During normal business hours, Monday through Friday, you can open a ticket. They'll work with you. They'll schedule calls if we need to do a call. They'll get into your phone or your PBX with you and help configure anything or look at any problems you're having. You get free support from us on the physical phones themselves, along with the 2-year hardware warranty. Okay, Bree, that seems to be it.
Great. I'll take screen sharing back over from you. I just want to mention.
Yeah, I think the only other thing I would mention is, Bree talked about early on in the presentation. We've recently been NetSapiens certified. So if you're a NetSapien reseller using NetSapiens platform in version 42 or greater, our phones are auto provisioned. We're working on a bunch of marketing and different things with NetSapiens on that. We are listed. If you look in their partner wiki documentation site, you'll find the documentation for our phones. There's some neat little features with our phones with NetSapiens stuff. For example, NetSapiens has a new 911 notification that they'll send messages to a phone when somebody calls 911. Our phones fully support that, so you'll get a pop-up notification from NetSapiens when somebody calls 911 telling you who called 911 if you've configured that in your NetSapiens system. So we did some neat things to help build out that integration with NetSapiens, pretty similar to what we've done in FreePBX that we've tried to do with our phones. So we've been working with NetSapiens to do the same similar, tighter integration with our phones into that platform.
Perfect. Couple more things I want to mention to everyone before we wrap up for today. We have a upcoming, well, I guess a few months away, but we've got an upcoming FreePBX training course in November. So we just wrapped up our summer training class, and wow, it was a real great success. We are having lots of people asking for another one. So due to exciting demand, we've just announced our other training class for in November. So if you're looking to learn everything you need to know about FreePBX, come join us. Tony will be there, and I'm really hoping to make an appearance this time. You can register on our events page on our website. And then for our next event, it's going to be towards the end of the month on September 23rd, which is going to be a real high-level focus on ClearlyIP, why you should partner with us, and a deep dive into our entire portfolio of products and services. I'll be your presenter in that one as well. So, we are a partner-focused company at the core. We'd love to have you come join us, and I can share with you what ClearlyIP has to offer. And if you missed the Cloud Device Management Platform launch event on Tuesday, we just posted that we're going to be running another one next month on October 7th. You can also sign up on our events page on our website. Well, thank you so much, everyone. Thanks, Tony.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful day.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, everyone. Have a good one. Bye-bye. Yep.